Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to the Esoteric Empire. Now, disclaimer, Cancer season is about emotional security. And as much as I would like to have it focused on, the parties you're going to go to or the family reunions or, things like that, Cancer energy, which I am tapping into for this reading, it has a way of pulling very intimate, deep issues that are from our past, and it forces us to really look at how that still affects us to this day. Okay, when things happen to us, we can remember it mentally, or sometimes we forget it mentally, but it comes up in our emotional state, and there's triggers that come with that. So we're gonna see All right, so for your past situation that is coming up, we have Four of Swords and King of Pentacles. So somebody has paused your money. But what I really think this is saying is you have this thing where when things are going really good, you tend to stop. You say, okay, that's good enough. It's not that you're settling, but you're settling. So you could be going harder, you could be doing more, you could achieve more, and everyone else can see this, but for whatever reason you say, okay, this is enough. And for Sagittarius energy, that is very common. It's kind of this thing where you guys are naturally talented at things, or people recognize you for something, and as soon as they recognize you for it, you either shy away from that attention or you do something to screw it up. So it's a form of self-sabotage. It's almost a form of humbling yourself in a very strange way. So we have the Emperor here. So I feel like, especially if you're a male Sagittarius, this is saying to you that you either do this whenever you feel like there's authority around, or once you realize that you are the authority of your life, you start to mess up. Let's see, King of Cups. This could also be a male, a water sign male that has been in your life, most likely a father figure. They have a way of making you feel like you're not doing enough, or you don't want to fail in their eyes, so you just stop whenever things get good, because you feel like, for whatever reason, if I stop here, at least I had control over the outcome, and he didn't. Something about getting money or getting more money. Maybe this water sign male is very money driven, or only cares about materials, or only cares about the optics or how you look or something like that. The Chariot. So this is a Cancer male. There's a Cancer male in your life that really throws you off. It's almost as if they make you feel like you need to stop doing whatever you're doing, and I'm not sure why you feel that way, Sag. Seven of Wands. You don't want to put up the battle. You don't want to fight for what you believe in, or you do want to fight for what you believe in. So whatever they tell you, you do the opposite. It's not that they bring chaos to you. It's just that you don't want the extra stress or something like that. Or you don't want them to think that you can't handle something, or, something to that effect. The Sun. Yeah, it could be dealing with the Leo. But also about your desires. I think that for whatever reason, you know what you want, but this Cancer male has a way of making you question what you want, and you're like, no, I already know what I want. So instead of trying to prove it, you just back away completely. So that may be something that you've learned to acquire, that is a coping mechanism, but it could also be something that's holding you back from really overcoming this challenge, because it's coming back for a reason, this energy. I feel like if you feel like you're doing the right thing, don't apologize for who you're being. Be yourself. I feel like even if this person constantly has something to say or constantly ridicules you, it's almost like they're very negative about you, but it won't stop you. So they're negative towards you, but it's not going to stop you. Don't let it stop you. You keep making your choices. You keep making your own decisions. I feel as if this reading is almost telling you, don't expect an apology from them. They're never going to give you that situation that you're looking for. But just know that even though they don't give you that apology, you still have the authority. You still have the control, Sag. And that's something that you need to remember within yourself. Unlimited options. I feel like because of what you're doing, your options, the opportunity that you may have from this person or something like that, it may not be available because you're not going with what they want. So you have to find your own way. It's kind of like you're creating your own path, Sag. This person, the reason why you see them as authority is because they have a lot of ability to open doors for you, or they've done something correctly, or they have a lot of power. But this reading is very strongly saying that, yes, you're going to lose out on certain opportunities, but you still have the ability to create your own. So you don't necessarily need their approval. You don't need their consent anymore. And you're freaked out about that. It's a scary thought, because it's like they've had so much control, or they've always been in charge, and now you're in charge, and sometimes you feel kind of weak about it. So what I'm seeing is, the longer that you think about the situation, the less power you have. And so I think that's why you just try to get rid of it, or you try not to be around them for too long. It's very apparent that this person is not going to stop being who they are. So then that means you need to continue to be who you are. They're not going to stop for you, so why should you stop for them? Does that make sense? Be yourself. That same stubbornness, especially if this is a parent for you, that same stubbornness that they have is also within you. It's the same fire that's going to give you the energy to be yourself, the permission to be yourself. Do not lose that. Do not change that. Do not dim your light for them. In a strange way, maybe one day they'll give you that approval, or maybe they won't. But Sag, if any sign can do what they please without caring what anyone thinks, it's you. Do not let this person change what you want to do, who you are, what you will do. And I would also advise you, don't tell them your plans necessarily. Like, don't tell them things that they can shit on. Because if they can ruin your happy places, where are you going to run to when you're sad? Don't tell them. It doesn't mean that you're being deceptive, but just be aware and protect your energy from this person that has a way of making you feel like you just should give up. Because you don't have to give up. You can do it in your own way. You can do it at your own pace, but do not give up, Sag. Okay? And the sign that is going to be beneficial for you, we have Gemini. So this Gemini energy with the 9 of Swords, if you start to feel afraid, or if you start to feel overpowered, the Gemini could be someone that you can go to, or the Gemini could be somebody that you can remember to help you get past any fears that you have. Maybe there was a Gemini who tried to stop you before, or a Gemini who empowered you before, or a Gemini told you weren't going to be anything. You can use that as ammunition, because there's fear attached to that Gemini energy. So I feel like you can use that to remember who you are and how strong you are. Gemini is also your opposite sign, and so I feel like you can play off of that energy at this time. Whatever you're feeling, look at the opposite of you. Look at the where you came from. Look at your past, like it's a metaphor. Don't internalize how you feel currently, but look at the past to show you just how far you've come, instead of just sitting with, the paranoia or the fears that you have, the insecurities that you have. Look at how far you've come from the past. Yeah, so that's your reading, Sag. I really hope that clarified some things for you, and I hope that this reading allowed you to accept certain things that's going on in your life without you having to really be verbal about it. Because I know that can be hard, but I hope that this gave you some sort of clarity and a refresher and a reminder of just how strong you are, Sag, and that you are the emperor of your life. Like, you are very strong. Like, cards like that don't come out just for anyone. You had the Sun, the Emperor, the Chariot, Seven of Swords, King of Pentacles. These are great cards, meaning that there's a lot of power behind you as well. And this may be your one weakness, but all it takes is for a good weakness to take somebody out. And you don't want that to be the case for you. So, Sag, continue to be yourself, continue to grow, continue to live your truth. Sag, live in your truth, accept people for who they are, and they won't have a choice but to accept you. Thank you so much for watching, Sag, and I'll see you in the next one.